Now, in the previous video, we learned that how exactly the basic styles actually going to be working and flexes are working. But now we need to understand some of the major concept which are really gonna helpful for us. Inside the font, we have some properties for the font as well, just like a font size, font style, font weight. Not we are not using a font variant as so many times, but we are actually using a font family too. So let's understand the font. So I'm going for a font size, and you can put your font size in a pixels, in a percentage, or anything which you wanted to go for. I'm going with a pixel, and so many times you can go with the pixels as well. So 20 will be like limited, so I'm going for 40 so that you can see the font size will be changed. We have another property inside a font called as font style or font family. You can go for a font family, and inside the font family you can put Roboto, and the Roboto font family will be applied as soon as possible. If we go for a different family like sans serif and something else, we can change the font as well. If we put a different font family, let's say anything like boo, you can see the error is going to be happening, that font family is not found. So you can't put those font family which has not exist inside it. You can check the documentation, it would be really helpful for you to understand. Now let's try another property inside a font, which is a font weight. You can just effect to the bold, but if you wanted to manage the bold effect, you can just put it with the weight of like 200, 300, 400. Maybe you can go for 700 as well. You can see, so you can control the bold effect as well inside a font weight. So these three properties are useful for the font. Well, there are so many properties are inside it, but just try to understand the basic styles into it. Okay, now next what we're gonna do, I'm just removing all the things. I'm just put a view, and inside the view I just put a style there. Now inside the style I can put styles dot card, and what I'm gonna do, I'm just copy pasting it for a multiple times, and let me just put a card there, and inside a card we can put height and width as well. So I'm going for a height of 150 and also width of 150. Okay, and if I just save it, we are not going to say anything because every card we don't have any color of different color of it. Now here I want to apply a different color for every single view, but I already applied a style. If I change the thing, like if I applied a background color and let's say uh, tomato. Okay, so if I go for tomato, you can see all the fields are applied to tomato. I don't want to get tomato for every single card. I want to get it as a different. So how we can apply the inline style and an object style inside one particular style. So for that you can just cut it, add array inside object, put your style card, put the comma and create one more object, and inside that object we can pass a background color. Now is this background color, you can just put light blue and just copy this thing and paste it here, and let's see, we can go for green, and also we can go for any other color which you wanted to go for. It's completely on your choice. Okay, and inside it let's say uh, orange. All right, this is an orange and some things. Okay, we can look, it's really gonna looks different, and you can see the changes are actually happen. So this is another approach to add inline styles and outside the styles. So you can just try this approach as well, this is also good. Okay, now the another thing, if I go for flex direction here, flex direction for this row, save it, and if I just add a multiple views, like if I just copy this out and just paste it for sometimes like this way, and put this color as a black, save it, you can see the changes has going to be making, but the both fields are looks really small as compared to green and orange. So what exactly the problem behind it? Problem behind is that we have a width of 100%, but not all the components are actually going to be fit inside it. So how we gonna fit inside it? We have a property called as a flex wrap. Now in this wrap, you have a property called as wrap, and you can see all the components are actually going inside a wrap. Okay, so this is also a good approach. We have you know uh, align content inside the center so that it can be put inside the center. I hope you might understand right now. Every view has a it has a content. Okay, it is a content. So we are adding all the content inside the center because we are wrapping it so that it will goes to the default position of a flex start, and we wanted to get into the center. Now I want to apply a margin each of them. So for that, I can just put it here and put the margin, let's say 2. It's 2 pixel. You can see the margin is applied. This thing is really gonna important when you try to create a project which is e-commerce or where you wanted to use the cards, like a multiple cards, and it may be helpful. And inside come of the next videos, we are actually going to be working with the components, which is a built-in component. But before that, you need to understand some basic styles because we are obviously applied the basic style for that. Okay, so I hope that you got the point, how exactly the height and width actually going to be performed, how exactly you can use a styles and object styles as well, and some of the flex wrap and align content, also some of the text font families. I hope that you got the point. This is some of the basic thing which I need to be covered inside a previous video, but I forgot it. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to complete it. Now inside the next video, we are always talking about some of the projects so that you can understand the things. In this next section, we are actually working on a components. First we understand the component and then we will talk about the projects. Okay, I hope you got my point. Let's talk about it. Okay.